Okay, today we're doing my tutorial on how I draw. Now this isn't a tutorial on like how to draw completely. This is a tutorial on how I draw in my style. Like this isn't professional, okay? I'm nowhere near professional. I am a beginner. And so literally do not take my word for gospel. This is just how I draw and I'm still learning so much. So I'm gonna first go over how I draw bodies, male and female, and then I'm gonna go over how I draw hands, and then after that I'm gonna go over how I draw clothes, then faces, going in depth with hair, eyes, and nose, and like all the features and shit. Yeah, let's get this shit started, okay? So we're gonna start off simple, okay? I'm first gonna draw a lovely, beautiful woman, being Mara, my OC Mara, and she is 16 years old. When I'm drawing a full body sketch, I start off with the head, and I draw like the center line of like where they're looking and stuff. Can you see that? Yeah, okay. As you can see, I drew a circle and then the center line, the brow line, and the center line. So I know, my god, this is a makeshift tripod. It's not good. So I know where they're looking, and that it really helps to guide the line of action. Okay, so when I'm drawing a woman, first I like to just go over like the basic gesture, like how the body is standing. So we're gonna have her stand. Oh my god, I can't draw. Okay, I'm not professional. I draw these little circles for where the shoulders are gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, so I draw like this kind of box. I mean, I don't want to say box. I am against boxes because humans are not made of boxes. But I like drawing like, it's kind of like a basic way of showing how the rib cage would sort of look, with the muscles around it. It's not a box. Do not confuse it for a box. It's like a free form. Yeah, so I draw like this sort of thing. I don't really know. And then this is kind of like the point where your torso would start connecting to your hips. And it's where the belly button would go, basically. And then I kind of draw where I think the legs are gonna go. So like this. And then I draw where the crotch is gonna be, because this is important. So I kind of eyeball it, which isn't good. And then okay, I start connecting everything, because women have beautiful, the women are beautiful, and we usually have boobies. Oh my god. So I like kind of draw like an outline of where I think the boobies would be. Oh my god. Then from here I draw the more solid outline of the legs. So yeah, women have more rounder, softer lines than men, and that's purely just because of bone structure. Of course, if you're gonna draw an androgynous character, like a mix of male and female features, or like just try to find the middle of that, the neutral of that, is what I'm saying. If you want an androgynous character to have more feminine features, like for example, maybe they're feeling more feminine that day, maybe they're feeling more masculine that day, you give them masculine features. If you want it to be a man with feminine features, you draw a guy with feminine features. Does that make sense? Back to this. The thighs, I like drawing, like I make an outline for where the thighs are gonna be. Then for your calves, if you look at your own calf, it kind of juts out like that, right? So you'd have this kind of jutting out thing, and then it's straight on the inside usually. Then I draw like this little thing for where the kneecaps is. This is about the point where I kind of check that the body is proportional. So you want like your legs to be the same size as the distance from the head to the crotch. So you'd kind of measure it like that. I draw this triangle to kind of, this is where the ankle is, and then a little like oval sort of shape to where the toes are, and then I just connect it like that. For arms, I draw this kind of bump for the shoulder blade. Depending on how you're posing your arms, you would foreshorten it. Like, for example, if your arm is kind of bent inwards, like that, you would foreshorten it to ignore that really ass hand. But like, do you understand what I mean? It would be foreshortened. Your elbows, they kind of like, if you look at your own elbow, it's like they have like a little bump outwards, but I like to emphasize this bump a lot because of my style. It's stylized. Yeah, I think I made the arms too long here. You want to have your arms, like the hands come around like the halfway point of your thighs, kind of. Yeah, that's how I draw a lady. For posing, if you want to have a more dynamic pose, you want to have like lots of foreshortening, because usually dynamic poses have foreshortening. And then you also want to make sure that the line of action is very like all over the place. Does that make any sense? I do not know. Now I'm gonna go over how I draw a guy. Start out with a circle, the brow line, and where they're facing. Yeah, okay. Then you make an outline for the shoulders, and you draw the little goofy circles for the joints. What I notice is the older a guy is, the broader his shoulders. That's just kind of how guys are built, is how they grow. Okay, how a female grows, you'd grow broader shoulders. So for example, if this is where the neck was, right, I draw like, this is the basic shoulder, and then I draw another bump out, and suddenly his shoulder looks a bit broader, he looks a bit older. I draw like the same kind of trapezoid sort of shape. Instead of having the hips like jut out like that, I would keep them relatively straight, more like this. Because I know how to draw a guy's torso, I like kind of sketching out where the pecs would be, and like it would be like that, and then like how his torso would fit in like this, right? And that really helps with when you're trying to pose arms, because pecs directly connect to the shoulder blade. It goes like that. So if you're trying to pose an arm really weirdly, if you follow the line of how the pec would move into the shoulder blade, that really helps. Like for example, if his arm was stretching up like that, right? And let's say this is his joint, okay, this is where it connects to his pecs. This would go up like that, and then suddenly you're like, oh, that's how his arm would look. Does that make sense? Then I again make a kind of eyeball for the crotch, and I draw out the thighs. We're gonna have his arms sort of like this. I don't know, I'm feeling that sort of pose currently. The kneecap, because it's a guy, right? You're gonna have straighter lines. It's gonna be more triangular than soft or anything, because this pose it's foreshortened, so you'd have the elbow kind of going like that. If you know how an elbow works, you have your elbow like this, right? And you can kind of see, like, when you bend your elbow, like it's this sort of lump forms there. So you kind of want to focus on that, and you can kind of tell your elbow, it's not round, it's built really weirdly. It's kind of like this sort of shape. So you want to make sure that when you're drawing, you aren't just gonna go like that for the elbow, because your elbow doesn't look like that. It's gonna point out a little bit and then come back in. If you want to make a character look built, you emphasize those muscles. But if you want a character to look more built, you give them broader shoulders, you give them pecs, you give them abs. Even women, you can give them abs, and then like you'd emphasize like the muscles and all that. And then suddenly, oh my god, he's going to the gym. He's a gym rat. He goes to the gym. He lifts 10k weights. She runs 10 miles. She does bench press ups. And wow, now we know how to draw bodies. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Similar thing for your calves, right? You know, when you bend them, like if his leg was going like that, if he was feeling a bit princessy, right? you're gonna have like that same bump form. So maybe when you're rendering or shading in, you want to keep all that stuff in mind. Like your skin also has wrinkles too, so keep that in mind. Keep in mind where the bones kind of hollow out in the arm, like over here. That's technically when your bones kind of go flat. Yeah. Okay, now how I draw hands. I usually start off with, again, this trapezoid shape. You're gonna see this shape everywhere when you're studying bodies or human features. Everything is a trapezoid. I start like that, and then it's not good that I do it like this, but I eyeball like where the fingers are gonna go, and I eyeball where like the thumb is gonna come out. If you look at your thumb, right, it kind of it curls out. It's not like all the other fingers. It's not like all the other girls. And I like to emphasize that curve and like how it joins back in. Like, so it's really angular, the thumb. And I draw the fingers. I'm not good at drawing hands, but I'm gonna do my best. I draw like the ring and middle finger mixed to like fuse together because it's just easier that way, even though I shouldn't. And then you have the pinky come out, yada yada yada. I draw like this little circle to make sure you kind of understand that those are two fingers. I really like emphasizing the knuckles. So when the hand reconnects to its like the palm, like the fingers reconnect to the palm, you have like the knuckles, and then the knuckles they kind of go on into the tendons, and I really like emphasizing those bones, sort of. And then I like shading in the ends, yada yada yada. I give them their beautiful, beautiful nails. And whoa, now you know how to draw a hand. Whoa, that's crazy. If you're drawing a hand in perspective, right? So if let's say you had a hand like kind of coming at you like this or something, you know, like that, I don't know. You'd first draw out the trapezoid and see like your hand, as you can see here, it's not flat. There's stuff there. So you draw out where your fingers would be set in stone, like that. And then you draw out the basic muscle for where the thumb is gonna go. And you draw out the ends of where the fingers are gonna land, like that. And then you just connect everything. It's just that simple. It's gonna take a lot of time to practice. Like, see, even this looks like absolute shit. This is so of course I need more practice with my foreshortening and everything. But yeah, if you want help foreshortening something, I do this sort of coil sort of thing, and then suddenly, oh my god, look, it's more big at the front and more tiny at the back. Wow, we know how to draw so well. Wow, we're literally Da Vinci. Let's do faces. Let's start off with, I draw all of my characters' eyes. I try to draw them differently because I have an issue with same face syndrome. But I'm gonna go over the general way I draw most eyes. For Liam and Mara, I really wanted to emphasize how they are siblings because they don't look like siblings. And so they have like probably the most different eyes compared to all of my other OCs. I draw like, for them, they have a more triangular sort of shape, like this, you know. Let's imagine this is where the nose is, yeah? And you draw like a triangle kind of thing. Does that make any sense? I don't know. And then I draw like their goofy pupils, and I like drawing a highlight on the center of the pupils, like that. If you're feeling funky, if you're feeling, you know, in a happy, jolly mood, maybe give them some eyelashes, make them look pretty. And suddenly, wow, they're gorgeous. Oh my god, can I have your eyelashes? Can I have your mascara products? Yeah. Goofy ass blush. Whoa, that's an eye, those are two eyes. And then my other kind of default setting for eyes is this shape. Yeah, it's like it's more curved. Yeah. If I want them to look, because I don't like whitewashing at all, so if I want them to look more ethnically Asian, because they are ethnically Asian, like, then I'll make them look, I do like this kind of nice almond shape, and like I make sure the eyelash goes over the curve of the under eyelid, and then I just draw it in the same. You want to like emphasize the monolid, basically. That's just a really, really rough way on how I draw eyes. We'll just finish off Mara over here, basically. So yeah, gonna draw over. I already did a tutorial on how I draw faces on my channel, so I'm not gonna go too in depth on how I draw them. It's kind of simple anyway. If it's a girl, I genuinely give them a less angular draw because I'm working on my same face syndrome. And then the ears, you'd have them from the brow line to the nose, and draw this little thing for the eyebrows. Draw the eyebrows. Connect the thing to the body, the head, the thing. I draw the circle for the nose and then shade underneath it. But you have to consider, if the lighting scenario is coming from underneath, you would swap out this kind of highlight for shadow and then swap out this shadow for highlight, because you know the light is coming from underneath, so the bottom of your nose would get shined on. And then I draw the eyes. As you can see, I'm not good at drawing. I'm really not. Goofy blush. Okay, now we're gonna go over how I draw mouths, I guess. Start off on the halfway point from the eyes. So I'd have the lips begin from here. I'm actually the worst at mouths. Like they're the hardest for me to draw, and I don't even know why. And then you kind of just shade it. Okay, let me I'll do a bigger version here. You have the goofy mouth, right? And then you just shade over the top lip and you shade over the bottom lip. If you want to go big and add highlights, be my guest, but I hate mouths, so I never do that unless I'm drawing digitally. I already hate this drawing. For smiles, I suck at smiles. It's not even that good. That's why one of my characters ever smiled, because I suck at drawing them. I kind of do this sort of shape. I like to emphasize the canines, and then I draw this bump for another tooth, and then just smooth it out. You don't want to add too much detail in the mouth, otherwise they'll start looking freaky. I draw these little things for like where the gums are. I just kind of like how it looks, I guess. And then you draw the bottom teeth and you shade in the mouth. And if you're feeling freaky, you can add some lips on. Okay, she looks disgusting. We're gonna do her face again. For women, you don't have Adam's apples. Women don't develop Adam's apples. But guys do. So I don't give her an Adam's apple. I just draw like this kind of shaded area for her neck bones, and then I draw like these two triangles for the rest of her collarbone, and do like that. This also really helps to know where your shoulders are gonna start. So maybe in the sketch phase you would do that, and then you draw clothes over it. And I shade more on the further side of the eyes. I think it's because we just have more blood there or something, but it looks nice in my opinion. Okay, you want to make sure your face is 3/3. Okay, I think I explained this. You have like 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, and you want them to be 3 even thirds. Of course, some people have massive foreheads, some people have massive chins, so this is just basic proportions, but this is not how everyone looks. And for Mara, I do like these little hairs going down. I forgot to give her scar. Okay. And then I draw her part at the back, and I draw the hair falling out. Does that make any sense? And then I just draw the general shape of the hair, like the big shapes, before I go in for shading. Now for shading, I do it really dark around the highlights, like shade in the rest of her hair like that. You want, like, if you can tell the part is going to be the darker part, so you shade it in more, and then you shade the rest of it less, and then underneath the bangs and underneath her face it's going to be darker, and then you shade it out, you make it lighter as it gets away from the face. It's just how light works, really. And now you know how to draw a face. How I draw faces at different angles, I guess. I draw the circle and the center line where they're facing. So let's do this a side profile and this a 3/4 profile. You do not have a circular head, according to popular belief. You do not. You have a ovalish head. So remember that your face is an oval. Then I draw like this kind of circle for the ears, and I connect it down to the jaw. Yeah, your brow line juts out, and then it goes in for your eye line, and then it comes out again for your nose. Now, I kind of like to imagine a staircase sort of thing for this. So you know how your nose is gonna end here, because that's, your nose is usually at the base of the circle / oval that you've drawn. And then I draw like a stepping case, kind of like that. Like, it's like out, in, out, in, out, in. And then you have like a general idea of where your lips are gonna go, and then you draw the relative expression. I'm gonna do something neutral right now. Then I like to erase all this. You now kind of have an idea where your eyebrows are, so you just draw the eyebrow. Like, your eye is gonna be a pizza shape because you're looking at it from a side view, right? Because your eyelids wrap around your eyeball. Your eye is a ball, okay? And then your eyelid wraps around this eyeball, like this, right? So if you're looking at it, because this is it from a 3/4 view, if you're looking at it from a side view, your eye is gonna look like this, and the pupil is gonna sit on the inside of the iris, because your iris, it's a concave shape. So it would be a nice, beautiful pizza shape, and then you draw where they're looking. This guy's gonna be looking down. You shade the underside of their eyebrows, you shade the underside of their nose, and you give some beautiful blush, you know, shade in his lips maybe. And you know, this is the base, this is the tip of the ear. You just do the same freak ass thing again, yada yada, goofy ass hair. For a guy, of course, you'd have the Adam's apple jutting out. I like to emphasize the Adam's apple, that's just my style. And if this was a woman, you'd just have the neck look less like that. The neck would connect about, if you want an exact measurement, I'd say around where the ear ends on a side profile, and then you'd have the shoulder blades. With 3/4 angle face, you have the center line, this is the point, and then you draw a little circle for where it's going to connect up to the ear, and you draw the jaw, the little thing for the eyebrow, draw the eyebrows. And because the eyes wrap around, you wouldn't have the eye looking like this, you would have it looking like this. So the eye is going to wrap around like that. And then you draw the nose, because it's from a side profile, it would be more towards this side, like that. You draw the lips. Of course, your lips, they wrap around your skull. And then you draw the ears, and then you draw goofy ass hair, blah blah blah. Yay, you've drawn someone at a 3/4 angle. Now let's go into clothes. This is the last part, I think. This is her choker. Okay, let's put her in a normal t-shirt. Now the t-shirt, you'd have like the sleeves kind of, they billow out like that. And then let's say it's relatively tight, so you'd have it like more wrinkly. The more wrinkly something is, the more tight it is, basically. If you want something to look really tight, then add like a ton of wrinkles. So like if her shirt sleeves were really tight, they'd be really wrinkly and they'd be really form-fitting, right? But because they're not tight, they're more flowy and they're less form-fitting. Collar shirts, like that sort of collar shirts, they look like that, right? you have more triangular wrinkles in a collared shirt, but depending on the material or something, the wrinkles might look rounder, kind of like this. For example, knitwear or like jumpers or sweaters. Because our physique, you want the wrinkles to follow gravity and you want them to fall around your physique. So her boobs are gonna be an area of where the shirt falls over, and then gravity would make the wrinkles look like that. I don't really think there's more I can say for clothes. How I shade them is literally I just shade in the area of wrinkles. Sometimes if I'm feeling like a little holly, a little jolly, I'll just shade in areas where I think that the shirt would like sit, you know. That's how I draw people. That's it. I spent 33 minutes on this. If you guys want an in-depth thing on how I draw pecs and abs, it's literally not that deep. Just where the shoulder connects, you'd have the pecs going in, you draw the goofy ass nipples, and then you literally just pull up a reference. For all of your art, always use a reference, if you're not confident. And if you see the reference, just draw down what you freaking see. Anyway, this has been Soya. This has been my drawing tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something. Thank you so much for watching. This is Soya. I'll see you never. Okay, bye.